This story takes place in northern Michigan, 50 miles above Traverse City, along the shores of Lake Michigan in peaceful Charlevoix. Within a quaint cottage on the grassy slope of Lake Charlevoix, 65 years old William Stevens Dye and his wife of the past 45 years, Lenny Francis Dye, are enjoying a warm and sunny summer. He is a World War II veteran, an accomplished novelist, and terminally ill with a chronic, inoperable condition forcing him to be in a wheelchair. He spends his days looking out their lakefront window, sketching the graceful swans swimming and weaving through the tall, swaying reeds. They have a 31-year-old daughter, Trina Dye, who lives in downtown Charlevoix, working at a lumber company as a secretary. They are a tight-knit Jewish family, following their Orthodox Judaism culture. Letty's strong maternal nature tirelessly hovers over and nurtures those who are in her presence. William and Lenny were born and raised in New York City, living there most of their adult and professional lives, until his poor health forced a change of location to a more tranquil environment. It has always been a wish of his to live where Ernest Hemingway once spent time as a young man. Without any surety of years that are left for them to share together, they take it one day at a time, enjoying one another's company with devoted love, untarnished by the passing years. Act 1, Scene 1. In the dark, Lenny's voice is sharply heard as the lights suddenly rise. She's sitting upright on the chaise lounge, holding her chest as her breathing slowly returns to normal. Her husband William calls to her from the offstage bedroom. "Oh my God! William!" Offstage we hear William's voice. "Lenny, are you all right?" "I think so. I fell asleep reading on the chaise lounge and had a bad dream. Go back to sleep." "What kind of dream?" "I'll tell you about it in the morning." "It is morning. It's 6:30. She looks at the clock. "I'll be damned. I slept here all night." "What did you say?" I said, are you hungry?" "I didn't hear you say that." "William, don't confuse me. I'm trying to wake up." "You're getting crazier every day. Come help me out of bed." "Do you feel up to it? You were complaining about your pain last night." "I'm allowed to change my mind, and I want to keep you company. What can I say? It comes and goes." "That it does. All right, I'm coming." She sets a book on the bookshelf, straightens the cushions on the chaise lounge, puts her fingers through her hair, and straightens her clothing. "Shall I call Federal Express to airmail me to the dining room table?" "Hold your horses, Buster. My joints need time to lubricate in this old body." "You know what I wish, Lenny?" "What?" "I wish we could go skinny dipping in the lake like we used to." She exits through the hallway arch. "Your blood would freeze and you would look like a giant purple grape bouncing in the water. Easy with my leg. My other one wants to come along for the ride too. It will thank you." "What? Does your leg talk to you?" "You were always more gentle. What happened to you?" Lenny enters, pushing William in his wheelchair to the dining room table. I married you, that's what. So, what's it going to be this morning? Is it going to be cereal, bagels with cream cheese, or cream of wheat with a slice of grapefruit? Did I say I was hungry? You know the rules. You eat whether you want to or not. That's the doctor's orders. You do a good impression of Nurse Ratched. And you're as cuckoo as McMurphy. Let's go to the diner instead. We have food here. But I want eggs over easy. A slab of ham, greasy hash browns, and sourdough bread smothered under a blanket of butter. And if you say the doctor says, I swear I'll throw the caterer into the lake and have a cardiac arrest. Don't be silly. How do you want your grapefruit sliced? In half or wedges? Wedges. And a bagel with real cream cheese instead of that damn whipped cream that looks like mayonnaise. Do you want it soft or toasted? Surprise me. Lenny exits into the kitchen and turns on a radio. Turn it up! Turn it up, Lenny. I haven't heard that song in ages. It takes you back, doesn't it? It certainly does. 1945 in New York, getting ready to embark God knows where. A shy, skinny girl with rosy cheeks and two of the cutest dimples anyone could see. A scared, snot-nosed kid, barely 18 and showing off his uniform. Oh, we sure cut the rug. Didn't we, Lenny? You weren't a bad dancer. Not great, but you had a few good moves. Not great? Are you kidding? I waltzed you around the dance floor like a stairs handsomer brother. Lenny enters carrying a bagel on a plate. Do you remember the ring I lost at the club before you cheaped out? When my girlfriend and I went to the powder room? How could I forget? You were upset and your face was stained with tears. I lied to you. What about? I didn't lose my ring. What do you say? I threw it away. Why? Why would you do that? I promised myself I wouldn't cry on our last night together. But when I saw you standing on the dance floor and thought I could lose you forever, I had to find a reason for falling apart. Why now? Do you tell me after all these years? I'm embarrassed to say I forgot. It's odd how easily we can put something out of our mind. Here, eat your bagel. I get nothing to drink? I'm sorry, juice or water? Milk? I want ice-cold milk. She gives him that look. Oh, all right, apple juice. She returns to the kitchen. Trina will be by later for lunch to tell you about your new boyfriend. Who is it now? Don't be hard on her. She sat out for quite some time after her breakup with Robert. She's finally growing up, Will. I met him the other day. Who did you meet? She enters carrying a glass of apple juice and a cup of coffee. I told you, her new man friend. What's his name? Myron, I think. Yes, that's it. Myron Golden. A Jewish boy. I believe so. Good. For once in her life, she's made a decent decision. What's that supposed to mean? She's finally come home. It's not like it was in our day. Times have changed. Some things should never change. Look at us, Lenny. We've shared our lives with a common thread that's held us together. Is it too hard to ask our daughter to do the same? You're a simple man, living in a complex world. Try not to be too harsh with her. She deserves her support regardless of whom or what he is. All men should be so lucky to have a wife with a heart of gold. Shut up and eat your bagel. You don't have to win me. That battle was won long ago. What time? Just a little before 7. No. What time do they arrive? For lunch, I told you. What do you know about him? Trina said he's a policeman. Where do you meet a policeman? She was speeding. Has she ever met a boyfriend under normal conditions? No, but don't hold that against her. This time will be different. We can only hope. Here, take your medicine with your juice. They give me gas. So? You take them anyway and make happy noises. You never can bring yourself to say that word. What word? Fart. Don't be vulgar. What's vulgar about a fart? I'd rather not discuss it. Everyone does, you know, even you. I do not. In your sleep you do. That doesn't count. Who's counting? Oh, you're terrible. I know. Wait. Hold that look. What look? The way the light touches the expression on your face. Don't be silly. We're too old for this. I remember that look. The look of a young girl stepping off the train with the wind in her hair, her face slightly tilted upward to the sky. A look that captured my heart, refusing to never let it go away. Are you finished looking? Never. You are a peculiar but sweet man. You've eaten your bagel, now drink your juice. Have they? Have they what? Have they? Oh, Will, I don't know these things. What mother doesn't know what her daughter does? She's not a child. You know. But you choose not to tell me. Come on, Lenny. Have they or have they not? You see for yourself. Ask him. Mr. Policeman, are you screwing my daughter? That's ridiculous. Yes. So don't ask foolish questions. Only God and they know. They have. Why the sudden conclusion? I hear it in your voice. I remember whenever my papa asked my mama who was in his sock drawer, she'd have a little tone in her voice saying she didn't know. Tone? What kind of tone? It was a high pitch at the end of each sentence. How did you know? She's the one that told me to use his salts for my marble bags. The telephone rings, and she answers. Hello? No, it's not too early. He's always up at this hour. He did? Last night? Last night what? Lenny kept her hand over the phone. Drink your juice. He's coming? Good. Remember this time will be different. Who is it? Lenny once again cups her hand over the phone. I can't hold two conversations. Shh. Of course I'm listening. Yes, yes. But that's water under the bridge and you're entitled to a fresh start. It's not easy, but you're older and wiser now. Is that Trina? Once more she cups the phone. Yes! I can hardly wait to see it. They've eloped, haven't they? Hold on, Trina. No, they haven't eloped. I'm sorry. But your papa needed help. She's the one who needs help. She gives him a look. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Are you sure? There isn't some mistake? Well, try to not worry about it. We'll discuss it later. What the hell is going on with my daughter? Can we expect you by noon? Don't bother. We have everything here. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Let me talk to her. She cups the phone. Be nice. I'm her papa, Trina. Your papa wants a word with you. I know. I realize that. But I have to beg to speak with my own daughter? You better talk with him. Right. I'll see you both at noon. Okay, all right. I can hardly wait. She hands the phone to William. Hello, Trina. I see. That's your decision. Yes. You ask me how I feel? You want the truth? I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. No. I'm not mad, no. Only disappointed. Yeah. I realize life doesn't read like a fairy tale, but I had hoped things would be different this time. Yes? Me too. Okay, all right. Drive safe. We'll see you when you get here. He hands her the phone. They both sit quietly. So, what did she say to you? She hardly knows him, but she loves him. How can she be sure? Were we not young once? But we had the blessings of our families. I don't even know him. There's still time to try. Lenny places her hand on his hand. I'm a lucky man. What makes you so lucky? I've got you to protect me from myself. Help me to the window. I want to draw. She pushes him to the window, handing him his drawing pad and pencil. What are you going to draw today? Do you see that cluster of birch trees over by the sand dunes, over there, covered with the tall grass. Yes, that would be pretty. I've got laundry to do, so I'll leave you, my sweet Picasso. Can I get you anything before I go? How about a wet, passionate kiss? She playfully slaps him on his shoulder and laughs. Oh, knock it off, Buster. I'm a hot tamale and it's doctor's orders for me to keep you from getting too excited. Here's your kiss. If you need anything, just holler. Lenny exits, William starts drawing, and within moments his eyelids become heavy and he appears drowsy. He struggles to stay awake but succumbs to what's overpowering him, and his head falls forward with his chin lying on his chest. At this very moment, a young girl of 7 years old, wearing a white-laced dress, slowly enters into the room and walks lightly to his side.
Are you sleeping?
William opens his eyes.
Who are you?
Why do you ask?
I've been looking for you.
Have you traveled far?
Far?
Yes. Or do you live nearby?
No, but I'd like to.
What is your name?
What is your name?
William.
Are you going to die?
Yes.
When?
I don't know.
Does it make you sad?
Yes, it does.
Why?
For the people I'll leave behind.
Do you feel pain?
Often, yes.
What will you miss most?
Life. But you didn't tell me your name.
You know.
But I've never met you before.
You know.
Are you my little sister?
You know.
She slowly walks backwards, softly repeating,
You know. You know. You know.
Don't leave me. I want to talk with you. I want you to stay. As she exits, he becomes drowsy, with his eyes shutting and falling asleep, but still repeating, Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Lenny rushes into the room by his side. William! William! Wake up! You're having a bad dream! He awakens, confused, and looks around the room. Where is she? Who? The little girl. She was just here. There's no one here, Will. I was just talking with her. If you had, I would have heard you. It was only a dream. A dream? Yes, I left you half an hour ago. You were drawing, remember? She was so real. Lenny, she was so real. I knew I should have checked on you earlier. I think she was my little sister. Raina? Yes. She died of pneumonia, didn't she? Yes, my papa never was the same after losing her. Then Mama died a year later. It was more than he could bear, and during the next cold spring we buried my papa next to my mama and little Reina under the large oak tree. I was 16 and all alone, with only a pocket full of memories of Reina, Mama, and Papa laughing. There are times I smell Mama's fresh bread baking in the oven and hear little Reina dancing in our kitchen. You are blessed with those sweet days, William. Yes. Do you dream of her often? I do. I wonder if it was her. Maybe it was, but it's a mystery, and so it shall remain. When I asked what her name was, she said, "You know, only you know?" Yes. And she wanted to know if I was dying. Who can say what visits us in our dreams, William? If it was Reina, don't you believe she would have told you? Her only brother who loves her? I truly know nothing. Will I be holding you a year from now? This I don't know. Lenny leans over and embraces him as the lights slowly dim to black. It's the same day in the afternoon, and laughter is heard in the black, while the lights slowly rise on the dining room table. William is in his wheelchair laughing along with Trina and her boyfriend Myron. Lenny is in the kitchen. Trina is telling an old family story about her papa, laughing as she tells it.
And Papa's lying asleep on the beach, and a swarm of seagulls are pooping on his legs and his chest.
Does he wake up?
No, that's what's so funny. They circled him, and he didn't even budge. They dive bombed him as he slept.
Did you try to wake him?
No, Mama and I were laughing so hard that a seagull pooped on his forehead, square between his eyes, and then he sat up, he looked around, and he jumped to his feet, and he ran into the water.
Lenny enters from the kitchen. Myron, this is her favorite story. You should feel honored she shares it with you. Trina, Myron, she likes to embarrass me. Stories like this, she saves them for special occasions. She likes to see him laugh.
Yes, Papa. I like to see you laugh. When I was a child, I remember lying awake in bed when the Costanzos were playing gin rummy, and Papa and Mr. Costanzo were having a contest as to who could tell the best joke.
Oh, Mr. Costanzo, may he rest in peace, told the dirtiest ones. Lenny, I would beg him to lower his voice, but the closer the punchline came, the louder we laughed.
I learned more from Mr. Costanzo than from Mrs. Bellington's sex education class. He gets all the credit for my getting straight A's.
Myron, more coffee? Yes, please. Trina?
I'm fine, Mama. If I get any more wired, my hair will look like Mrs. Frankenstein.
William, don't even ask me. Coffee isn't your friend, and your heart will thank you. She exits to the kitchen. Do you see how I'm abused by your precious mama, Trina?
He can't have any stimulants, not even chocolate, which is his favorite.
Oh, it was a sad day, Myron, when they took my sweets away. I mean, it's my heart. They're afraid my heart will explode, but if it did, then they'd get all my money, so that's love for you. Lenny enters carrying the coffee pot. He says if I die eating chocolate, I'll die with a smile on my face. Does that make any sense to you? No offer. No offense. But I have to say no. Thank you, Mrs. Dye. And you're a smart man, Myron. What sinful act from my past brought such cruelty? How can one exist without chocolate?
He always brought chocolate home. Our tables had small bowls of chocolate candies everywhere.
Myron, do you have a sister or brother? I have one sister and two brothers. Mary Ann is in Los Angeles, California, and my younger brother Benjamin is studying architecture at Stanford University. My oldest brother, Timothy, is in France, living the life of a poor artist. It sounds romantic.
Myron, you never told me you had a second brother.
Trina. I'm a sketcher. What kind of artist is he? He's a portrait painter, oils and pastels. We haven't seen one another for some time, though.
Myron, why haven't you mentioned to him?
There was a fallout in the family. I'll explain it later. No. I love great art. I'm impressed by the way paint artists construct their light into their canvas. It captures my imaginations. Are you close to your sister and two brothers? I'm close with Mary Ann and Benjamin, but Timothy is another matter. How is your mother and father doing these days when having such a beautiful family?
Mama, he lost his parents in a plane accident several years ago.
I did not know. I'm so sorry, Myron. Was it a commercial flight? No. My father flew most of his life. First as a naval pilot during the Korean War, and then only flew as a hobby in a small single-engine Piper. The official report blamed mechanical failure as the cause of the accident. Myron, what can one say? We're sorry for your great loss, and you must miss them dearly. Yes, we all are. Thank you for your kind words. Lenny stands motioning to Trina. Trina, help me clear the table.
Can I get you two men anything?
No, everything was delicious and I can't take another bite.
Can I get anything for you, Papa?
Yes, a large bowl of ice cream, vanilla ice cream with cookies circling the rim of a bowl. Only your dreams, William. Come on, Trina. Let's clean the kitchen and let the men talk lies together. Lenny and Trina moved into the kitchen. William and Myron silently sit for a few moments, not looking at one another. Myron, so, have you shot anyone lately? Why no. Not yet anyway, but I practice at the shooting range once a month until I do. That's good. You need to have a sharp eye. You like being a policeman? Yes, sir. I made that decision when I was serving in the Air Force. Were you a pilot? No, I was a military policeman. Have you any other ambitions? No, sir. You like my daughter? Yes, very much. Have you been married before? Oh, I once came close, but it was called off. Was it your decision or hers? It was mutual. Do you have any children? No, but I hope to someday. Good. I love your daughter very much, sir. Did you give my daughter a traffic ticket? No, it was only a warning. In the future, don't let Trina take advantage of your good nature, because she does it all the time to me. I'll keep that in mind, sir. Lenny enters and takes a bowl off the table. Aren't you two having a pleasant conversation? They both nod their heads like a couple of schoolboys. That's nice to know. And don't forget to use your voices so I can understand yes from no. Lenny exits into the kitchen and William and Myron sit quietly. I'm dying. It's all right. And you don't have to say anything. And it won't change anything even if you do. I'm so sorry to hear that, sir. The doctors say I've overstayed my welcome and I could go any time. How can they truly know for sure? What I've been paying them, they should know the very second on the clock. You have specialists, right? Yes. Operations are out of the question and medicines hardly work. I'm broken inside and they don't know how to fix me. You may be wondering why I'm telling you this. If you don't, I'll tell you anyway. My daughter is our life, and her happiness is paramount over everything else. We wish no harm to come to her, physically or emotionally. I may not have the time or patience, Myron, to assess your true character to me. So, I'll cut through the polite protocol with this one question for you. Do you want my Trina as your wife, or merely wanting her as a fleeting distraction in your life? Trina enters, picking up some silverware off the table.
Is he boring you with his war stories?
No, your father is definitely not boring.
Good. We have orange sherbet ice cream and sliced pound cake with strawberries. And for you, Papa, Mama's preparing your special dessert.
Ask her to pour a spoonful of sugar on mine.
I'll ask her, but don't be disappointed. Now, what would you like, Myron?
I'll have an orange sherbet and a little more coffee, please. Trina exits into the kitchen. Her mama and I have been married for 45 years. Trina is our only child. We began our family late in life, but didn't want to miss out on the blessing. I choose to believe the man who takes her hand in marriage will treat her with love, kindness, and respect. If you are this man, then you have my blessing. If you are not, be kind and spare my daughter the unnecessary hardship that it would bring to her. Lenny and Trina enter carrying the desserts. I hope this is enough, but there is always more. It's plenty. Thank you. Trina pours coffee into Myron's cup.
So, what have you been talking about?
Hemorrhoids, if you choose to be nosy. William, don't be vulgar. William, your eyes are still good. And you are still cruel to me, Lenny.
So, did he tell you about how he almost drowned in the Second World War?
No, no. But I'd like to hear about it.
Tell him, Papa.
Oh, you do it, and you know it by heart, and let me eat my sugarless dessert. William, we should put it on a record. We've heard it so many times. Go on, Trina. Tell him the story.
It was the invasion of Normandy.
Not Normandy, but the invasion of Sicily in September of 1943.
Well, are you sure you don't want to tell it?
I'm sure.
Papa was in a landing craft with other soldiers as they came to the Sicilian beachfront. A mortar shell fell close by, nearly hitting them, sending a geyser of water into the air. Everyone inside was drenched and frightened, and they began climbing overboard using Papa as a stepladder. The shells continued splashing around them, filling the bottom of the landing craft with water, where his head was underwater and he was drowning as the frantic soldiers trampled over him.
It bothers me every time I hear this horrible story, William.
I'm sorry, Mama. Do you want me to stop?
No, I'll finish it. Lenny, plug your ears if you get bored. My face was underwater, and for the life of me, I couldn't understand why I was going to die this way. My own friends were stepping all over me, and no one thought to lean over and pick me up out of the water. Just when my lungs screamed for air, I was about to breathe in the Mediterranean Sea. I suddenly felt myself being sucked out of the front of the landing craft onto the sandy beach when the ramp dropped open. As I lied there, shaking the water out of my ears, mouth, and lungs, I realized something that has stuck with me all these years.
Tell him the lesson you learned that day, Papa.
It goes something like this. Although a friend may kill you in a moment of fear, you must love and defend them in spite of your loss of life. After hearing all these many years, I still don't understand, William. I think I do. The telephone rings and Lenny answers it. Hello? Hello?
Who is it, Mama?
Hello? Lenny? Is something wrong?
Mama, is there someone on the line?
Lenny slowly hangs up the receiver. There was nobody there. That's strange. But I thought there was. Come sit. You're white as chalk, Lenny.
What's wrong?
I don't know. Did you hear anyone? No, but I felt something.
What did you feel?
I thought I heard a breath. It must be a prank or a wrong number, Lenny. So let's forget it ever happened.
Yes, let's enjoy our dessert, Mama.
Yes, let's. So Myron, have you set a date? We have, and thought a September wedding would be best. Myron, why wait 2 months?
His brother Benjamin and sister have made arrangements to come at that time.
Is your artist brother coming? No, I don't want him there. Why not?
Papa, please. He has his reasons, and we shouldn't meddle in what we don't understand.
No, Trina. He's entitled to hear an answer. It was in the middle of November, 3 years ago, when my parents boarded their plane for a trip to Vermont. The weather conditions were very poor, but my father was determined to fly anyway. My mother insisted waiting until the following morning, but he talked her into going anyhow. I drove them to the airport, waved to them as they taxied down the runway, and stood there watching my mother smiling through her window as they lifted into the sky. I never saw them again. You don't have to say anything more, Myron. Your pie is delicious, Lenny. How did you know boysenberry is my favorite? Myron, I didn't, but now I know. Trina, let me take a closer look at your ring.
It's beautiful, isn't it, Mama?
Yes, especially when the person wearing it is in love. Oh, Myron, how long will you be making payments on that ring?
Papa!
William! The expense doesn't matter and no time for concern for the cost. It's beautiful. Oh, don't worry about your mama, Trina. She even cries when peanut butter goes on sale at the market. What plans have you both made?
Well, we're making an invitation list and we'll be printing them soon.
Is the wedding inside or outside? We're leaning to the outside, but we're still undecided and we have time.
Myron, we better finish up if we expect to get you to work on time. It's already 3:20, and it's been wonderful, Mama, and thank you so much for having us here, Papa.
Oh, let me pack you some food for you.
No, Mama, we have plenty of food at home.
Oh, one can never have enough food. At least take the other pie in the kitchen. Oh, yes. Take it away from my eyes, Trina, because your mama won't let me have a single bite of it. Lenny and Trina begin clearing the table. Myron, are you sure you can't take a little pot roast home with you?
No, Mama.
I'm not talking to you, Miss Nosy. Not even for tomorrow's lunch, Myron?
We already have plans for tomorrow's lunch.
I miss feeding her, Myron. She says she doesn't want to get fat. I'll make a point to see that she comes here more often. Thank you. I don't want her getting too skinny.
Oh, you'll never have to worry about that. I eat like a pig.
Letty smiles as Trina and her exits into the kitchen. William and Myron quietly sit. I want your daughter as my wife, sir. And I will love and respect her as you have done. You shoot from the hip, Mr. Policeman. I like that. I will be proud to call you my son. Lenny and Trina enter.
Mama, remember what I said, okay? Are you ready, Myron?
Myron, they always whisper secrets and keep them away from me. Myron stands, offering his hand to William. Well, sir, thank you for meeting me in your home. You are welcome in our home at any time, Myron. Let me see you both out to the car. Trina? Oh, before I forget, if you do any driving today, make it soon, because there is a bad storm on the way. The weather report predicts rivers flooding and making it impossible to travel on the road. So be real careful about that. I hate driving under normal conditions. So we'll keep it in the garage and save gas. Trina leans over William and kisses him on his head.
This is for you, Papa. A kiss. For to keep you sweet and be good and listen to Mama.
Look there. I'm her captive audience. I can do nothing else. Drive carefully. And Myron, take care of our little daughter. I most definitely will, sir.
Bye, Papa. Bye, Mama.
Goodbye. Myron, Trina, and Lenny exit. William wheels himself to the desk, reaching for his drawing pad and pencil. He moves to the window and begins to draw. Lenny soon enters the room. Oh, being Picasso again? What are you sketching now? I haven't decided yet. Does your hand hurt? Yes, just a little bit. Why do you draw if it hurts you? Um, I've learned that pain is a reminder that I'm living and not bound from what I can do. She moves behind him, holding his shoulders. You are my stubborn, sweet, and wise old man. Tell me what Trina told you to remember. Has anyone ever told you you're nosy? Only to them who wish to keep secrets. Oh, our daughter confided in me, William. Should I lose her trust in me? So, am I an outcast then? Oh, William, you make it hard on me. Okay. You must promise never to let this pass through your lips. It's buried and already forgotten. My lips are sealed forever. How should I begin? Try saying a simple single word and the rest will faithfully follow like these little ducklings going after their mama. William. William. Yes? You'll die if I tell you. I'm already dying, Lenny. Our little girl is pregnant. Do you remember how she held my hand as I walked her to her first day in school? My thumb was white from her grip, and it seems just like yesterday. They wanted to keep it a secret, William, to spare us any pain. How do they know what we feel, Lenny? They just assumed our feelings would be hurt. So they decided to, over there, Lenny. You see how the swans drift across the lake so effortlessly? Is it too much to ask a father to make his daughter have a good life, unencumbered by hardships? To want her to swim like a swan in this life? Look at that mama swans being close to their babies in the reeds. William, life for all of us isn't a fable. Do they want the child, Lenny? And do you? Very. Yes, very much, William. Then all is not bad for you and me. My beautiful wife that loves me. It grieves her to think of the pain this might cause to you, William. And what about you? You're her mama. Yes, I'm her mama. She knows I understand. Then it will remain a secret between you and I. It's only you to bring into the light one day to her. Thank you. What for, Lenny? For understanding and not screaming like so many other men do to their wives. What other choice do I have? To resist? I might lose you both, and that is not a gamble in my life. You're a good man, William. No, I'm only a papa who loves his daughter. Act 1, Scene 3. The lights slowly rise on the dining room table where William sits in his wheelchair working a puzzle. The kitchen radio is playing an old familiar tune as he moves his head to its rhythm. He suddenly feels a strong sensation rushing over him and his eyelids grow heavy. The sound of the radio slowly fades away. The lights in the room slowly dim as the young girl poetically walks over to him.
What are you doing?
Don't you see? I'm scrambling my brains on this puzzle.
Why do you want to scramble your brains?
It helps me to make better sense of this crazy world.
Can I help?
Are you not afraid of having your brains scrambled too?
Does it hurt?
It does, only if you fight against it. Here, try to find a match. When you match the picture puzzles together, it will become crystal clear to you.
What does the picture look like?
That's the trick you have to learn. You will never know until you match all the pieces together. That's the mystery. That's right. If it doesn't fit, don't force it.
What if I can't find a match for this one?
There is always a match. This is where you find your best friend, and it's called patience. Never tackle a puzzle without inviting your best friend along.
Do you have a best friend?
Yes.
My best friend in the whole world is my dog Nellie. Who is yours?
Lenny, but she isn't a dog.
Why?
Because she laughs at my jokes, shares her secrets, and lets me know when I have bad breath.
I love the way you smell, and I have to go now.
Why? You still haven't made a match.
You finished the puzzle for me.
She stands and moves slowly backwards. But how will you learn?
I hope one day, but the puzzle is yours to solve today.
His eyelids grow heavy, and he continues murmuring, "Please, don't go. Please, please, don't go." As the young girl exits, and the lights return to normal, and with Lenny entering the room. "William, come out of it, honey." He soon comes out of his haze, opening his confused eyes. "She's gone. She was here again. The young girl. It must be your medication. I'm going to call the doctor tomorrow morning." No, don't, Lenny. It won't change anything. "But it's happening more often now, William. It's not the medication, it's my mind. Isn't that what they said when it starts happening before the plunge? We don't know that for sure. It could be, but it's happening too often. And it's not just the dreams. I'm dying, Lenny." "No, don't say that. Will, I refuse to hear you say that." A clap of thunder is suddenly heard, quietening them. Myron was right. The storm has arrived. She takes his drying pad from his lap and looks at it. "Are you finished drying?" "Yes. Please, put it away for me, Lenny." She moves to the window. "The wind is bending the trees, William. Do you remember why we came to Charlevoix? New York City was getting too small for us. You should have been a comedian, Lenny. No, it was Ernest Hemingway that brought us here." "That's right. You thought my moving where he once lived would rub off onto your writing." "I did. published 3 of my books, didn't I, Lenny? Don't be a braggart. Will, it doesn't suit you. There is one noticeable difference between Hemingway and me. Yeah? And he had more wives, and you only have me. No. It's the Swans. I admire them. And he would probably shoot them. Stop that, William. That's not funny. I didn't intend it to be. It's getting cold. Do you want me to wrap a warm blanket over you? That would be nice, Lenny. Another clap of thunder. It's getting closer, Will. Lenny, you recall how we spent our first rain shower in Charlevoix? She places a blanket over his legs. I do, you dirty old man. The oak tree branches in the open field barely sheltered us from the downpour. We snuggled against its large trunk and laughed, holding each other tight. We felt like we were 17 all over again, didn't we? You were so beautiful on that day. It was a good thing no farmers were plowing their fields. Why, it's perfectly natural to be naked. I didn't intend for us to be public spectacle, Mr. Wise Guy. Who knows? They might have learned something that we can only do. Okay, let the dirty thoughts go away. And are you up for a game of gin rummy? How much do you owe me, Lenny? At least $500,000. Find the deck. And if you want to lose again, please, no humming or singing while we play. You know how it annoys me, Will. Don't be a tyrant. You're too cute to be one. How else can I get my way? Lenny shovels the deck. I first cut the cards, Lenny, remember? Well, you always do when I shuffle. Not always, Mrs. Smarty Pants. You most certainly do, Mr. Cheater. No, you sneak it by me on occasion, and I don't know what you hide beneath your dress. I do not have anything under my dress. I'm not lying. And I'm not a liar, William. No, but you are a sweet card shark in the dress, and I'm going to beat you again. Here, cut away with the cards, and don't cry, Mr. Bragger, because I'm going to win today. He cuts the cards. Thank you. She begins to deal. Did you like him, William? Who? Myron. I haven't given much thought, Lenny. I know you better than that, Will. Is it important what I think? For Trina, yes. How about for you, Lenny? I live with you and put up with your shortcomings. I don't count. I'm just your wife. Are you going to discard a card? Because I'll see it if you put it under your dress. She discards, and he picks it up. Well, I'm not ready to discard. You're avoiding me, Will. What? If I didn't think your coyness was so damn cute, I would hate you. Yes, you love me too much to do that. All right. I like him. And he will treat our Trina like a princess. Are you satisfied now? Yes. That makes me very happy, William. A clap of thunder is heard. Lenny, never sell our cottage. Why do you tell me a thing like that? Lenny, as a small boy, my papa would carry me on his shoulder with a sack of hardened biscuits to the lake shore. At the water's edge, we fed the swans and sat watching them, swaying their graceful necks heavenward as they floated across the lake. My papa told me how they were angelic messengers. I didn't believe him, but I always thought they did. I want you to near the swans, so when you see them, you can remember me by them. My darling husband, I promise I will never leave this place. It will always remain in our family to remember you by the swans you loved and cherished. Thank you, Lenny. You are the love of my life. There is another thunderclap. It's getting nasty out there. Are you hungry, William? No, but something to drink would be nice. Do you want apple juice or water? And don't look at my cards. Apple juice. And don't worry, I already have a winning hand to beat you. There is a sharp knock at their front door. Who could that be? Lenny gets up and another knock is heard as she exits. Another clap of thunder is heard. Lenny, who is it? My God, come in and dry yourself off. Lenny, is everything all right? It's all right, William. It's just Myron. Myron follows Lenny into the room. He is wearing a policeman's uniform under a wet raincoat. Hello, Myron. Hello, sir. Let me get you a towel. Lenny exits. Is something wrong, Myron? There's been an accident nearby, sir, and a vehicle has gone off the road into a gully. The driver is a young woman in her 20s, and she may be roaming through the woods about a half a mile from here. Do you know who she is, Myron? We found her license in her purse. Her name is Stacey Embleton. She's 24 years old, and when we checked downtown, they informed us she has a warrant for her arrest. What did she do? She's wanted for murder and is considered dangerous. I would advise you to keep all your doors and windows locked. Who did she murder, Myron? It was her 7-year-old daughter, sir. Her own child? Yes, Lenny. I'm leaving now and joining the search. Whatever you do, don't attempt driving anywhere. The rivers are flooded and the roads are extremely dangerous, and make sure everything is locked in your house. Myron, I'll walk you out. Thank you, Myron. You'll be safe here, sir. I'll be by in the morning or before if you need me. Lenny and Myron exit as William moves to the window. Lenny soon enters carrying a glass of apple juice to him. Her own child. And can imagine that, William. It was her mother. What could possess her to do such a thing? There's a loud clap of thunder. William, did you just hear that? Yes, the thunder's getting louder. No, I think someone's outside, William. Maybe it's Myron. Lenny exits. Lenny, be careful. Are you all right? What's taking you so long, Lenny? Lenny darts into the room. William, I saw someone. Who? I don't know, but I saw a figure outside the kitchen window. Are the doors locked? I think so, Will. I'll go check. She goes into the kitchen. Are they locked, Lenny? Yes. Try to calm down, Lenny. It's probably nothing. I'm calling Trina and have her come here. She moves to the telephone. There's no need for that, Lenny. We're all right. The house is locked and we have each other. Come here and sit next to me so I can beat you in the game. Lenny holds the phone at her ear and the telephone line is dead. The phone line's dead, William. She rushes into the kitchen. Lenny, what are you doing in there? It must be the wind breaking telephone lines everywhere. Lenny quickly returns holding a butcher knife. Lenny, put the knife down. The telephone lines probably are broken by falling trees. Give me the knife. I don't want you getting hurt. It might be the mother, William. We don't know who is out there. And you locked the doors. But give me the knife, Lenny. Another light thunderclap is heard. You're right, William. You're a war veteran, and I'm only a scary cat. We're safe in our cottage by the lake, Lenny. Our doors and windows are locked, and we have each other. Please, come to me and give me the knife. She walks over to him and hands him the knife. Then she drops to her knees, embracing his legs. I'm frightened. William, there's nothing to be frightened about. It's only a storm, and it cannot hurt us in here. Suddenly, the lights go black. A loud clap of thunder is heard. The lights begin to flickering on and off, and revealing a wet and bloodied woman standing in the kitchen doorway. There is an abrupt thunderclap, and the lights sharply go black. Intermission.